He's 2nd and 4 for Bluefield University. Nate hands off to number 24, and it looks like there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, that's going to be on the receiver there. He kind of jumped the gun on that one.
Yeah, not what you need after a good start to their first drive. It's now going to be 2nd and 9 for Bluefield. Looks like Nate's making some adjustments at the line. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking. He's got a man open. That looks like to be Gio Burns, and that is almost intercepted. It's an incomplete pass intended for Gio Burns. That was some pretty tight coverage on that play.
Yeah, great effort there by the receiver and the DB on that one.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for Bluefield University. Looks like they're coming out in an empty backfield. 3 receivers up top, 2 to the bottom. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking for somebody. He's got a man, number 80, complete. That is a first down. Number 80, Kaya Jordan on the catch for a gain of 11 yards.
Yeah, great protection up front there. Nate had lots of time to look for a man and throw a good complete pass without any pass rush there. So great job up front.
You know, this offensive line has gotten better and better throughout the year, so this is the best the offensive line has ever been. So they're back in the heavy set. Nate hands it off to number 24, and he got a little bit of room to run, and he keeps pushing forward for a gain of 8 yards. That is a great run by Raywan Trahan. You know, Raywan Trahan, he had a great week last week, averaging almost 6 yards a carry last week against St. Andrews.
Yeah, Bluefield keeps picking up these chunk plays. Point hasn't found a way to stop them yet.
Another handoff to number 24, and is brought down just about after a yard and a half. That is going to bring up a 3rd and short for Bluefield. Nate hands off to number 30, and he's got number 30, which is
Number 30, Braden Hawley on the carry. Picks up enough for a first down. Again, great blocking by the offensive line right there.
Yeah, the offensive line really sealed that edge for Hawley to get around for that first down. Pitch to number 30, and he's got a little bit of room on the outside. Is brought down after 2 yards on the play. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 8 for Bluefield. Looks like Bluefield tried to run a speed option to the outside. Number 24 checks back in for Bluefield, as well as number 11. Bluefield in a 2-by-2 set with one back. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking for somebody. Pressure. Fumbled the ball and is recovered by Bluefield. That is a very scary situation for Nate Hurstich.
Yeah, very fortunate to get that one back right there. That would It would have really hurt, especially this close to the red zone.
Yeah, it's been a great drive for Bluefield. With only 8.5 minutes left on the clock, they've burned most of this first quarter so far. Bluefield has had possession for just about the entirety of this first 8 minutes in the quarter. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 for Bluefield. 3 receivers up top, 1 down low with 1 back in the backfield. Looks like Nate's making some checks. As a delay of game on Bluefield, it's going to back him up 5 yards.
Yeah, definitely not what they needed on this 3rd down. It's going to make it 3rd and 11.
Bluefield in an empty backfield, 3 receivers up top, 1 down low. Nate drops back to pass, and there's a flag on the play. It looks like to be a false start. That's going to back Bluefield up again on number 80, Kaya Jordan.
Yeah, definitely kicking themselves in the foot right now, but whether they can convert on 3rd down or not, at least they're still in field goal range. So Riley Stokes with a really good lead there could definitely make that.
Bluefield in the empty backfield once again, 3 receivers up top, 2 down low. Nate, quarterback keeper up the middle. He's brought down after a gain of about 8 yards. That's going to bring on the field goal unit to try to go for 3. You know, not what you really wanted out of this drive for Bluefield on their first offensive drive, but a great drive chewing off to 7 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah, they definitely was pretty dominant this drive. Just their penalties and fumble definitely hurt them a lot. But
you got number 40, Riley Stubbs, on to kick the 3-point try. Yeah, kick is up, and it is good for Riley Stubbs.
That's going to be perfect. That's a great kick by Riley Stubbs.
And that's a 42-yard field goal for Riley Stubbs, straight through the uprights with room to spare. That is going to give Bluefield a 3-0 lead with 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah, that ball's probably in the parking lot right now. We could have made that from 50 if you wanted to.
Now let's hope that the defense has another 4 and out for Bluefield. Get the offense back on the field and give the ball back to the offense. You got Riley Stubbs back on to kick off. Have number 22 and number 14 deep for point. That is Quintavious Teasley and Sean Jones. Riley Stubbs kicks the high and deep, caught at the 1-yard line, and point's going to bring this out. And a good run. That's going to be brought down at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 point.
Number 40 Stubbs' kickoff is taken by number 14, Jordan Green. The return is to the 30.
Yeah, defense had a quick outing on that last drive, so let's hope that they can keep the momentum rolling on this one.
Point in an empty set, 3 receivers down low, 2 up high. Point drops back to pass. He's looking for somebody. He's got a check down, and it is dropped by number 16. That is going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for Point.
Yeah, and great job by Leighton Fowler to just be right there. Whether he caught it or not, he would have tackled him immediately. So great job by the defense there.
Point with 3 receivers down low, 1 receiver up high, and a 1 back in the backfield. Bluefield showing a little bit of pressure. Pressure backs out. Pass to number 22 is incomplete. Great coverage by number 3 on that play. Nehemiah Carter, that was great coverage on that play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long for Point. Point in that same formation, 3 receivers down low, 1 up top. Point drops back to pass. He's looking for somebody, and he's got a man over the middle for a 1st down. That is number 15 for Point.
Yeah, almost sat right there. His defense giving him a lot of pressure. Had to work, roll out and find some room, but was able to get that one off.
So that is going to be a 1st down for Point. Point with 3 receivers up top, 1 down low, 1 back in the backfield. Looks like a Point making some changes on the line. Point drops back to pass. Number 15 caught the ball. That is going to be at the line to gain, and that is going to be a 1st down for Point.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That was pretty close, but it was a quick out right there that barely got his feet in, but that was a good play by Point.
Point, same formation, 3 receivers up top, 1 down low, 1 back in the backfield. Handoff to number 22, or 28, and is brought down by number 2. Jalen Smith, that is a great tackle by Jalen Smith to make sure that that don't break out for a big gain. So that's going to be 2nd and medium for Point. Point with 3 receivers up top, 1 tight end and 1 running back. Making some checks at the line. Screen pass to number 22, and he gets caught by the turf monster and by number 42. Coda counts. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long for Point.
Yeah, big play right here for Bluefield's defense as Point's marching it down in the Bluefield territory, but if they can get this 3rd stop right here, force them to punt.
It's like 2 receivers down low, 1 up top, 1 tight end, and 1 running back. Motions out the running back to empty, drops back to pass, has somebody open, and it is caught by number 88, and that is a touchdown for Point.
Yeah, that tight end, he ran that go route right there, and I don't think they was expecting that, and he was able to find a little bit of room, and the quarterback found him quick and caught it, and defense just wasn't able to get there on time. So
Here's Point trying for the extra point. It looks like it would be number 37 on the kick. Kick is up, and it is good to give Point the lead, 7-3 on Bluefield, with 3:47 left in the 1st quarter.
you know, Bluefield, they're still looking good. Just got to be careful on them turnovers and be careful with the penalties there.
Yeah, Bluefield's got to make some very fine adjustments on this next drive to keep the ball moving and to score and to score a touchdown and not get stopped and get a field goal.
front line of Bluefield's kickoff return is all offensive linemen, so that's pretty awesome.
Number 80, Kaya Jordan, back to receive the kick for Bluefield. Correction, number 87, Jairez Williams. Looks like that kick is going to be returnable by number 87. And he's brought down at the 32-yard line. Little scuffle going. Looks like almost a late hit. So that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for Bluefield from their 32-yard line.
Yeah, good spot to be in. Definitely not bad for Bluefield.
We got empty backfield, 2 receivers up top, 3 down low. Nate, quick pass out to number 11 and straight through his hands. It's going to bring up a 2nd and long for Bluefield.
Yeah, tried to hit him on that bubble screen there and just threw it behind him a little bit. The receiver had to adjust and just wasn't able to get there.
Bluefield going back into the heavy set. 1 receiver up top, 2 down bottom with 1 back in the backfield. Hand off to number 24, and he is met in the backfield for a loss of 2 yards. You know, that's not what you want to see as the Bluefield offense is these negative plays. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and long for Bluefield.
Yeah, it looks like the left guard was trying to pull there, and it looks like there was a little bit of miscommunication on the line. So
empty backfield for Bluefield.
He finds his running back, and that's
overthrown
over his head.
So that's going to bring up a 4th and long, and here comes the punt team. It's not what you want to see as the Bluefield offense as a quick 3 and out.
Yeah, tough drive for Bluefield. Just wasn't able to get anything rolling on that one. You want to come over to the sidelines and make some adjustments.
A little bit of adjustment from the punt team. There's a flag on the play, but the punt is away. Caught by number 14, and he's going to return it. And he's got some room to run. And he's pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So the flag appears to be down at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, a little bit of scuffle there at the end of the play, but I think just a little bit of words being said, nothing too major.
The refs are discussing what the penalty is. So those are offsetting penalties, so Bluefield's going to re-punt the ball. So Riley Stubbs back on to re-punt. Good punt by Riley Stubbs. And his fair caught. Oh, goes through the hands of number 14, and Bluefield has it. Bluefield has the ball. Looks like Bluefield has the ball. It went through the hands of number 14. And Bluefield has it. That is a big error by number 14. That gives Bluefield great field position to bring the offense back on the field.
Yeah, great effort there by number 2 for Bluefield, Jalen, just being able to get downfield and be there as soon as he dropped that ball.
So that is going to be a 1st and 10 for the Bluefield University offense from the 22-yard line.
Yeah, exactly what Bluefield needed, almost in the red zone. Great field position.
That is a great momentum boost for Bluefield. Looks like Bluefield's coming out in heavy, 2 receivers down low, 1 up top, and 1 back in the backfield. Hey, hand off to number 24, and he's met in the backfield for a loss of about 1.5 yards. That was great penetration by the Points defensive line. Bluefield goes out of heavy to put 3 receivers up top, 1 down low, 1 back in the backfield. Nate drops back to pass. Quick pass, number 85, and it is caught for a gain of about 5 yards.
Yeah, hit him on that slant there and got met by the DB as soon as he caught it. So great job to stay with the ball and be able to catch that.
That was very great awareness by number 85, Marcus Bromley, the redshirt freshman. Bluefield in a 2-by-2 look with 1 back in the backfield. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking for somebody. He scrambles out of the pocket and is underthrown to number 84, Gage Chambers. So that's going to bring up a 4th and long for Bluefield, and here comes the field goal unit.
Great effort to escape the sack there, but was just a little underthrown. Had he got that ball up just a little bit, I think Gage would be able to come down with that.
So Riley Stubbs back on a kick. Be a 35-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it is over the concession stand and good to put Bluefield within 1 point of to be within 1 point of point. A little bit of a tongue twister there.
A lot of point. So Stubbs perfect 2 for 2. Yeah, he said he plans to continue his football career after he graduates. I know he's got a pro day coming up, and definitely think that an NFL team or some professional team could definitely use him on the squad.
Yeah, he's got a very, very strong leg. Now Riley Stubbs on to kick the kickoff. Number 14 and number 22 back deep for point to receive. Deep kick by Riley Stubbs. And that is going to be touched back into the end zone to bring the ball out for point. It's going to be 1st and 10 point. Point comes out with 2 receivers up top, 1 receiver down bottom, 1 running back, and 1 tight end. They've got to watch that tight end because he can sneak away from this defense if they're not careful. Point handoff to number 1, and he has a little bit of room to run, and he's brought down by number 47.
Yeah, that's a great way to hang on there. He looks like he had his undershirt in his hand. I was able to slow him down a little bit so Nehemiah Carter could get there and force him out of bounds.
And number 47, Kennison Moore. Point 3 receivers up top, no receivers down low, 1 tight end, 1 running back. Point drops back to pass, hits his running back on a little check down, and is tackled once again by Kennison Moore.
Yeah, great job by Kennison there to see the screen and quickly get there.
Point with 3 receivers up top, none down bottom with 1 tight end and 1 running back. Motion in the back, quarterback keeper, and he's got some room to run, and that is going to be a 1st down for point.
Great job by Jalen Smith there to knock the ball out. Unfortunately, it was right there at the sideline, so didn't hurt point at all, but that was just a great effort.
And that is the end of the 1st quarter. Bluefield down by 1 point.
Yeah, Bluefield not doing a bad job so far. Just kind of got hurt with some penalties and almost some turnovers, but doing a great job. I think they're playing well, definitely playing physical. So be excited to see how they carry on for the rest of the game.
Point with 3 receivers down low, 1 up high, and 1 back in the backfield.
Yeah, they love that trips look.
Bluefield showing some pressure. Motion number 1 out of the backfield. Number 3 drops back to pass. He's looking for somebody, and it is thrown out of bounds. Intended for number 84 for point.
Yeah, number 12, Quincy Robinson, right on his tail there. He was chasing him down. The quarterback almost got sacked by Bluefield.
Point once again in that trips look. Quincy showing pressure. Handoff to number 1, and he's brought down by number 45 in the backfield. or 46, excuse me.
That's going to be Matthew Morgan. That was a great play right there for him to keep outside contained. You know, that's one thing that they stress at defensive end is don't let them get outside of you. And that was just a great job for him to fight the offensive lineman there, keep it contained, and bring him down for a loss.
So that's a loss of 4 yards for Point. Point in an empty look with trips to the bottom of the field. Number 3 drops back to pass, and he's got pressure by Quincy Robinson. He scrambles out of the pocket, but there's a flag on the play. Appears to be a holding, and either way, he is short of the first down.
Yeah, that one looked like he was on the left tackle there on, again, Matthew Morgan. He looked like he was trying to break free and get to the quarterback, but he had him wrapped up pretty good.
Let's see what the penalty is. So that is a holding on the offensive line of Point. Point once again in the empty look with trips to the bottom of the field. The ref's discussing something over the ball. Point drops back to pass with 2 extra people guarding, and that is incomplete, intended for number 15. That is great coverage by number 20 for Bluefield. That is Stacy Wilson on the pass breakup. And that is going to bring on the punt unit for Point.
Yeah, quarterback threw that one in the double coverage. There's no way that he was coming down with that one.
Decent punt by Point. The return by number 3 for Bluefield, and he's got a little bit of room to run, brought down at the 38-yard line. That's going to be 1st and 10 Bluefield.
Yeah, not a bad return right there. I was able to get about, what would you say, about 10 yards right there?
Just about, yeah.
Yeah, not a bad return.
Bluefield in the doubles look with 1 back in the backfield. Handoff to number 24 with the pulling guard. He is met after a gain of about 3 yards. That was Raywan Trahan. In the first quarter, he had 6 carries for 18 yards, so that's averaging 3 yards a carry. Bluefield in the trips look up to the top of the field. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking for number 85, and that is complete to number 85 for Bluefield.
Yeah, great job by Bromley there to adjust and make that catch. That was a good throw, but even better catch.
Bluefield showing trips to the top of the field. Quick screen pass to number 84, and he's got some blockers out front and gains about 5 yards on the play. That was number 84, Gage Chambers, on the catch. Bluefield in the doubles look once again. Handoff to number 24. And he's met at the line of scrimmage for a gain of about 1 yard. Bluefield once again in the trips look to the top of the field. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking for somebody. He scrambles out of the pocket, and he throws it number 21, Geo Burns, and it is caught for a first down. And that is what great catch by number 21, Geo Burns.
Yeah, great job by Geo there to try and come back and find some work for Nate. Good job on him to get open. Saw that Nate was scrambling there. Was able to get free so he can pick up a first down. Great job by Nate.
1st and 10 for Bluefield from their 16-yard line. Bluefield in the doubles look. Nate handoff to number 30, Hawley, and he's met in the backfield for a loss of 3 yards. Points defensive line just blew up that run play. Bluefield still in the doubles look. Second and long. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking. He scrambles out of the pocket. Throws it deep, and it is out of bounds. Intended for number 11 on that play. This Points defensive line is really pressuring Bluefield's offensive line and getting into the backfield.
Yeah, Nate not able to find anybody right there, but one thing about Nate, he does a great job is scrambling and being able to avoid them sacks.
Bluefield trips to the top of the field. Empty backfield. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking. He's looking. He's got some time, and he's got some room to run. And lowers his shoulder and gets to the 10-yard line, but that's going to be short of the first down by about 3 yards. So that's going to bring on the field goal unit.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Nate slide at all. I think if he's about to go down, he's going to put his shoulder down and hit you.
Yeah, Nate is not the one to slide. So Bluefield on to kick for 3. Not how you really want to score points, but it's still points on the board. And Riley Stubbs to kick the field goal. The snap, the kick is up, and it is good for Bluefield, giving Bluefield a 2-point lead.
Perfect 3 for 3 from Riley Stubbs.
With 9:42 left to go in the second quarter.
Gives Bluefield the lead if their defense can hang on, maybe quick 3 and out or just turn over or whatever they can get going here. Offense come back out and score again, we'll be in great shape. Bluefield gets the ball at half as well, so if they can, maybe run down some clock or get a score right before the half and then come out firing and get another score, might be able to run away with this thing.
Riley Stubbs to kick this one away to point. Number 14 and number 22 back once again for point. They're lined up about the 3-yard line. Riley Stubbs' kick is booted deep and about halfway through the end zone for a touchback. That is going to bring out the ball to the 25-yard line for point, 1st and 10. Point in an empty backfield once again with trips down low. Point drops back to pass, has a man on a hitch route open, and it looks like to be a 2 yards short of the first down.
Pass complete to number 15, Allen. Second down.
Point with the trips down low and a tight end then this time with one back in the backfield. Point quick out pass to number 22, and it is bobbled and incomplete. That's going to bring up a 3rd and short for Point.
It's third down.
Second tight end comes in. Looks like they're going to go with the 12-man front. Maybe trying to run it down the middle. Or on the edge there. Both tight ends are on the left.
Point with 2 tight ends up high, 2 receivers down low, and 1 running back. Hand off to number 1, and he's got the edge for the first down.
Number 1, Sanders, the ball carrier. And on the play results in a Point University first down.
Point once again with the trips down low. Motion the running back out of the backfield. Quarterback keeper. And he's brought down by Kennison Moore once again.
Number 3, Dawson, ball carrier.
That's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 for Point. Point once again in that trips look with the tight end in this time. Point handoff to number 1, and he's got a hole up the middle for the first down.
Number 1, Sanders, the ball carrier. Gain of 5 on the play.
Number 1 for Point, Adam Sanders, the senior.
Yeah, Bluefield subbing out on on the defensive line there, trying to get some fresh bodies in there. See if we can slow down this run.
Point with a doubles look now with 1 fullback in. Point drops back to pass. He's looking for the tight end, and he's got him. And he tries to hurdle a man, but is short of the first down by about half a yard.
Number 3, Dawson, pass complete to number 88, Marion. Gain of about 9 on the play. Second down and 1.
Point in the same look once again. Hand off to number 28. And that's going to be a first down for Point. Tackled by number 12, Quincy Robinson. And by number 52, Kyle Orris.
Yeah, it made pretty quick there, but a Point they only needed just a little bit, so. Still marching it downfield with that run game.
6 minutes left in the second quarter. Point's looking to try to chew as much clock off as they can and score. Point once again in the same formation. Bobbled snap. Scrambles out, and that is an incomplete pass for number 3. looked like it was almost a bobbled snap by Point, and it looked like it was a run pass option, but he couldn't get the run option off because of the bobbled snap.
Yeah, and Bluefield, they also sent the house on that one, so had a lot of pressure coming his way.
Point showing trips down low. Handoff to number 28 on the edge, and he is stopped after a gain of about 2 yards by number 12, once again, Quincy Robinson.
Yeah, Kennison Moore also in there on that tackle. He's done a great job this game. He's just been all over the field.
Point showing doubles with the tight end in on 3rd and long.
See if they try to go with that RPO look again.
Once again, he has the RPO pitch to number 88, and he's stuffed after a yard.
Yeah, that's Coda Counts. That's a great job of Coda Counts to be there, see that tight end go out and make that quick tackle.
So that's going to be a 4th and long for Point, and it looks like they're going for it.
Yeah, offense staying out on the field, so it'll be interesting to see what they call right here. Keeping their tight end out there, they got to make sure they stay over top of him, and because last time they didn't, and he was able to break out for a touchdown there. So
Timeout called by Point to try to chew off as much clock as possible because there's only 4 minutes and 12 seconds left in this half. You know, the Bluefield defense has really stepped up this drive. Like Point's going with the doubles look. Looks like they're going to try to pass on 4th and long.
yeah, big 4th down by Bluefield here. See if they can get the stop and get some momentum going before the half.
Point drops back to pass. He's looking, and he's got a man, number 15, and that is complete for the 1st down.
Yeah, he's able to get that one right over top of some defenders. Tough break there but Bluefield still not in the red zone, but Bluefield they're getting pretty close to the end zone on Bluefield, so see if they can get him a stop.
Point showing doubles once again. Handoff to number 28, and he has a little bit of room to run, and is hit hard by number 29 and by number 47. It's a gain of about 8 yards on the play. Point showing trips now with the tight end on the line of scrimmage. Run, and that is a touchdown by number 22. Looks like he broke in coverage on the play.
Yeah, hit him on that little poster out there, and he's wide open.
But now with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the quarter, Bluefield is now going to have a chance to drive down and score before the half. And like you said earlier, Bluefield deferred at the beginning of the game, so they get the ball at halftime. And the extra point is up and good for Point, giving them a 5-point lead. And late flag on the play. And it appears to be just a flop by number 65 for for Point, but it's still most likely going to be a flag on somebody for Bluefield for a late shove. Late hit on Bluefield, 15 yards is going to be enforced on the kickoff. Number 20 and number 87 back deep for Bluefield to receive. And Point is going to be kicking off from the 50-yard line. Little bit of a sky kick, brought back on the goal line, and he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Should have just let that bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So that's going to put Bluefield on the 10-yard line, 1st and 10. It's about 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go before halftime.
Yeah, Bluefield going to have some work to do. The bad field position here down at the 10-yard line, but
Bluefield trips down low in an empty backfield.
so they won't come out firing.
Nate, quarterback keeper on the outside, and he throws it away. Don't really know what he was trying to do there. That's going to be 2nd and 10 for Bluefield. Maybe some miscommunication on that play. Bluefield going 4 receivers up top stacked together. 1 receiver down low. Nate drops back to pass, and it is through the hands and bobbled by number 85. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and long for Bluefield. Not what you want with only about 2 minutes left in the game and the quarter. You really want to score before halftime to go into halftime with that lead and then get the ball at half.
Yeah, tried finding Marcus Bromley there on that slant route. Ball was a little low, but I mean, he was still definitely catchable. So
Bluefield and it trips down low look with 1 receiver up top, one running back in the backfield. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking for somebody, and it is swatted away by number 50. You know, that's not what you want to see by the Bluefield offense is a quick 4 and out, and now you're going to give Point great field position after this punt.
Yeah, Point coming off that touchdown and not allowing a single yard on this drive from the defense.
And a very bad punt by Riley Stubbs going out at the 35-yard line. So Point's going to take over on the 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Point, great field position, a lot of momentum in their favor right now. Bluefield going to have to hold on before half. Can't let them get too much ahead.
Now let's see if this Bluefield defense can get a quick stop and get the offense back out on the field. Point with 3 receivers stacked up high, 1 down low. Point drops back to pass and is stripped out, and it looks like to be recovered back by Point after a loss of 11 yards. That is a strip by number 12, Quincy Robinson.
Yeah, great job by Quincy to get around the tackle there and be able to knock the ball out of the hands of the quarterback as he's trying to throw.
So that is going to be the 2-minute timeout with 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah, defense trying to breathe some life back into this Bluefield team. Momentum definitely in Point's favor, but try and get something going before the half here. Come out
and
in a better mood.
With that strip by Quincy, it appears that Bluefield has knocked Point out of field goal range. So if Bluefield holds Point, they're going to have to go for it or punt it away for Bluefield. Point with trips down low. Bluefield loading the box a little bit. Pressure backs out. Point drops back to pass and is thrown out of bounds, intended for number 15 for Point. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and very long for Point.
Had to get that one out quick because defensive line was right on top of them.
It's like Point somewhat hurrying up to the line with 3 receivers down low in the trips look once again. Empty backfield. Number 3 drops back to pass and is thrown short, intended for number 16. That is going to be a 4th and long for Point. Quincy and number 57, Kyle, were right back there right off the snap. And here comes the punt team for Point.
Yeah, good stop by Bluefield. Was able to get maybe a little bit of momentum shift for Bluefield. See if they can march down and score right before the half.
Deep punt by Point and bounces into the end zone for a touchback. That is going to give Bluefield some decent field position going into this, most likely the final drive of the half. He's going to put the ball at the 20-yard line with a minute 45 left to go on the clock. A point did not burn much time off that clock. Bluefield in the doubles look with one back in the backfield. One man in motion, jet sweep, one man misses, and he's got a little bit of room to run. He's brought down after about 5 yards. There's number 24 on the carry. That was Raywan Trahan on the sweep. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking. He's staying in the pocket. He's got number 11 wide open, and that is a catch brought down at the 35-yard line. That was number 11, Christian Mack, on the catch. What a catch by number 11. And they're going to call him down at the 36-yard line of point.
Great play by Nate right there to find some work and be able to escape out of the pocket and get that ball over the DB.
And Bluefield calls a timeout with a minute and 9 seconds left on the clock. That was a great ball by Nate. Great awareness by the receivers, too, to try to get open. Now let's see if Bluefield can capitalize on that big play. Looks like Bluefield's coming out with an empty backfield with 3 receivers up top, 2 down low. Nate drops back to pass, and there's a flag on the play. Appears to be a false start. Never mind, the flag is overruled. There was no flag on the play. So Bluefield once again with the trips look up top with an empty backfield. Nate drops back to pass, finds number 21, Gio Burns, and that is caught at the 30-yard line, and he gets out of bounds. It's going to be 2nd and 3 for Bluefield. Bluefield once again with the trips look, an empty backfield. Nate drops back to pass, is looking for the quick route to number 11, Christian Mack, and he's got a little bit of room to run, and he's brought down at the 20-40-yard line. That's going to be a first down. Bluefield calls another timeout with 48 seconds left on the clock. Their second timeout of the first quarter, or first half, excuse me. A great drive so far by Bluefield, driving down the field very quickly to try to score before halftime.
Yeah, Nate doing a good job to find his open receivers, and receivers doing a good job at catching the ball, just making that connection. Is definitely helping us get down and closer to the red zone.
Bluefield now with the empty backfield once again, but trips down to the bottom of the field. Nate drops back to pass. There's pressure off the edge. And he gets pushed out of bounds by number 11. Very questionable decision by Nate to not get rid of it. That is a big loss for Bluefield.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to find the man right there at the end of the play, but unfortunately was not able to get it off.
Officials discussing something. Four receivers down low, one receiver up top for Bluefield. Nate drops back to pass. He's overthrown by intended for number 80. Once again, looks like miscommunication. So that's going to bring up 3rd and long for Bluefield.
Yeah, I think Nate was expecting the receiver to keep running right there on that route, and the receiver kind of ran a little comeback there.
Bluefield trips to the field side. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking. And it is tipped and intercepted by number 34. And he has some room to run and is pushed out of bounds at the 34-yard line. That is not what you want as Bluefield right now. And there is a flag on the play. Appears to be on number 11 for coming onto the Bluefield sideline and aggravating some people. But we'll see what...
Yeah, flag coming late, so I think the interception will probably stand. They might get some yards taken away. Now that's going to be on Bluefield, a late hit, so that's going to help point even more. They're going to be close to field goal range at least.
You know, that's not what you want coming from Bluefield, being down by 5 with 25 seconds left in the second quarter. So that's going to put point on the 48-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, still got 25 seconds in the half. Point probably going to let downfield and try and come out firing.
Point drops back to pass. He's looking to air it out. He's got number 22 open over the middle of the field. That's a 1st down for Point.
Yeah, that was great coverage on that play, but somehow quarterback was able to just get it to his man, and his man was able to catch that. Tough play on both sides.
And that puts Point into field goal range, and Point calls a timeout with 19 seconds left. Let's see what Bluefield can do to try to stop this Point offense with the 19 seconds left in this half.
Yeah, both teams down to their final timeouts here. Point probably going to try and run 1 or 2 more plays and either kick a field goal or see what happens.
Point with the trips look with the tight end in. Point drops back to pass. He's looking for his single receiver, and that is caught on the 3-yard line. And they are hurrying to the ball with 14 seconds left on the clock. Point hands it off to number 1, and there is a flag on the play. It doesn't look like everybody was set for Point.
Yeah, very quick play. I was kind of surprised that they ran something there. I was thinking that they'd maybe spike it or, throw it out of bounds or whatever, but ended up running it there and was able to get in for the touchdown, but see what the refs have to say. Yeah, it looks like that's going to be on Point. Got pushed back 5 yards to the 7.
So that is a false start on the offensive line for Point University. That's going to back them up to the 7-yard line. It's still going to be 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. And Point elected to take a timeout instead of taking the 10-second runoff with 10 seconds left on the clock. So if Point does not get it in here, the clock is most likely going to run out. And it'll take us to halftime. Point with trips down low with a tight end on the short side of the field and one running back. You got to think, what are they going to do on this play with only 10 seconds left? Point drops back to pass. He's looking at his overthrown. Intended for number 84. There's 6 seconds left on the clock, and it looks like they're bringing on the field goal unit.
Yeah, I was trying to hit him on that slant route, but just threw it way over his head. Didn't even give his receiver a chance to come up with that one. So fortunate for Bluefield to be able to hold him to just a field goal before the half. Oh, and it was blocked.
And it is a block kick by Bluefield. What a stop by the Bluefield special teams to keep it within 1 score for Bluefield. And that kicker is not gotten up yet, and he is hurting from that hit.
Yeah, great hustle by Jalen Smith to get there and block that kick. So Jalen, the one who blocked it, they're going to say that he was offside, so give him Point another chance to go for it.
And this is going to be a untimed down for Point.
It looks like they got their backup kicker in. Let's hope the starting kicker is okay. Took him a minute to get up, and he's walked off the field.
Now their backup kicker on to try for 3 points. The kick is up and good for point. Gives a 8-point lead to point going into halftime.
Yeah, 17-9, point lead in the half. Bluefield will have to make some adjustments, and it'll be interesting to see what they do coming out as they get the ball starting the second half.
And we'll be back for the start of the third quarter from Mitchell Stadium. And welcome back for third quarter action for Bluefield versus Point. Bluefield is currently down by 8 points going into the third quarter, but Bluefield does get the ball first.
Yeah, looking to see what type of adjustments Bluefield might have made during halftime. Ball's in their hands coming out, so gotta make something out of their opportunity here. Get a little bit of momentum going.
Yeah, you wonder what adjustments did Coach Lusk and then Coach Ketchum make for the offense and defense in the locker room to figure out what to do to try to get some yards on this Point defense. And so Point will be kicking off to Bluefield. Number 20 back deep for Bluefield to receive. That is Stacy Wilson back to receive, the cornerback. Maybe trying to get some more speed back there to get a better return. And number 37 on the kick for Point. This is a good ball, but it is kicked out of bounds by Point.
Yeah, not always a bad thing for Bluefield. Get some extra yards off of that penalty, so.
And it looks like Bluefield is going to be taking it at the 35-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Bluefield. So here comes the Bluefield offense. Let's hope they can make something out of this drive, getting the ball out of halftime. Bluefield in their heavy set. 2 receivers down low, 1 up top. Handoff to number 24, Rayron Traham, and he gets ahead for about 5 yards on that carry. Brings him down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, not a bad little run right there. He was able to find the crease. Pick up about 5 yards.
Bluefield in the same look. Motioning tight end. And number 24 is met in the backfield for a loss of 3 yards by number 99.
Yeah, didn't even have a chance to even make a play right there. He was swallowed up as soon as the ball was snapped.
Number 99, Cassidy Deans, a sophomore. He's listed at 5'10", 280. But it looks like he might weigh more than 280. Bluefield, empty backfield. Nate making some checks at the line of scrimmage. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking. He's got some time and some room. He's throwing deep, and that is incomplete, intended for number 80.
Yeah, maybe he could have got that ball up just a little bit more, but he was trying to let his receiver Kaya have a chance on that ball right there. Unfortunately, he was not able to come up with it.
And so here comes the punt team on for Bluefield. Not what you want to see coming right out of halftime. Riley Stubbs on to punt. Decent punt by Riley. And it stops at the 30-yard line. And is brought down at the 31.5-yard line. Marked at the 31. It's going to be 1st and 10 point. You know, being down by 8, you don't really want to see that 4 and out or 3 and out happen that quick.
Yeah, unfortunate for Bluefield. Their defense going to have to get a stop here for sure.
Point showing a stacked trips look to the bottom of the field. Point, little bubble pass number 18, and is stopped instantly by number 2. Great tackle by Jalen Smith. There's no gain on the play. So that's going to bring up 2nd and long for Point. Point brought in a tight end. They got doubles look with the tight end in. Hand off to their running back, and he's brought down after a gain of about 5 yards.
Yeah, that's a good job by number 12, Quincy. The tight end kind of pulled and was trying to kick out Quincy, and he just ate the block and was able to slide off and get the tackle.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and medium for Point.
Yeah, bit 3rd down play right here for Bluefield. If they're able to get the stop, force a punt, wouldn't be too bad off. So
Point coming out in the same formation.
yeah, tight end.
Motions running back out of the backfield to go empty, and quarterback gets hit instantly by number 49, and that is going to be an incomplete pass for Point, bringing up a big 3rd down stop. So now it's going to be 4th and medium, and it looks like here comes the punt team for Point.
Yeah, great job by the coverage there. He was all over the tight end that time.
And then that instant pressure by number 49, Leighton Fowler, the sophomore, getting straight through untouched and slamming into the quarterback.
Yeah, definitely some adjustments have been made. Bluefield defense, if they can keep this up, I think they'll have a pretty good chance in this ball game.
Punt almost blocked by Quincy Robinson. Bounces out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It is going to be 1st and 10 Bluefield once again. There's only been 3 minutes burned off the clock in both of these possessions so far in the 3rd quarter. So now let's see that since the Bluefield defense capitalized on that drive, let's see if the offense can keep it rolling. Looks like Bluefield back in the heavy set with 2 receivers down low. Hand off to number 24. He tries to get the edge and is met in the backfield for a loss of about 1 yard.
About 4 or 5 Point defenders right there, right on him as soon as he got the ball.
Now, Coach Lust is going to have to change something up soon if he wants to start scoring some points on offense. It looks like they're going out of heavy and going into a trips to the field side look. Nate rolls out to the right. He's looking for somebody and overthrows Gage Chambers. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long for Bluefield.
Yeah, risky throw right there. Unfortunately, was not able to connect with Gage, just a little over his head. But 2 defenders was in the path of the ball as well. So luckily, he wasn't picked off or anything. But
looks like Bluefield's going to go empty. Running back's coming out. So looks like 3 receivers to the field, 2 to the sideline. Nate drops back to pass. He's got some time in the pocket. He delivers, and it is almost intercepted once again by number 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And here comes the punt team once again. That is not what you want to see from the Bluefield offense.
Yeah, intended for Marcus Bromley there. Had to kind of slow down a little bit because if he would have kept running, he would have got hammered. So ball just missed Just an unfortunate drive there from Bluefield.
So on comes the punt team once again, and Riley Stubbs to punt the ball. High snap, but he gets the punt away, and it is a decent punt once again. It is going to bounce this time to the 37-yard line. It is going to be 1st and 10 point. Let's see if the defense can repeat their last drive and get an excellent 3-and-out.
And 37-yard line, Point University first down.
I was about to say, let's go Rosser next series.
Point coming out in an empty look with 3 receivers to the field. Point drops back to pass, hits a man on a quick out route, and is complete for about 5 yards. It's number 15 for Point.
Yeah, great job by number 3, Nehemiah Carter, to see that receiver got a little bit of separation there, and he was able to get there in time to, just hold him to 5 yards.
Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 4 for Point. They're staying in the empty look. Bluefield showing some pressure. Point drops back to pass. Quarterback scrambles out of the pocket and tackled and sacked in the backfield by number 49, Leighton Fowler. That is a big stop for Bluefield. That is going to bring up a 3rd and long for Point.
Yeah, Bluefield sent the house on that blitz, and thankfully they was able to get there in time. That was a great job, a great effort.
Yeah, they showed the pressure, and the pressure got there instantly. There's nothing that Point could have really done to stop it. Point shown empty once again with trips to the bottom. Point drops back to pass, looking to hit number 24, and it is caught, but is not going to be enough.
Yeah, Coda Count swallowed that one up. He was all over that one on that one.
That was number 22 on the catch for Point. That's going to bring up a 4th and 10 for Point, and on comes the punt team.
Yeah, good effort by Coda Counts to help him lose some yards there, hold him to the punt.
You got number 3 and number 0 deep for Bluefield. Punt once again almost blocked. Fair catch called by number 0 and is caught right at the 30-yard line. So that's going to give Bluefield a 1st and 10 once again. And this Bluefield defense has really stepped up this in the 3rd quarter. I guess they've made some really great adjustments at halftime. So on comes the Bluefield offense for the 2nd time this quarter. And there is a late flag on the play, appears to be on Point. So it looks like Bluefield might get some extra yards. Looks like one of the Point players might have been... That is a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on number 34 for Point. Guess he was saying something to the ref, and the ref didn't like what he was saying. So that's going to give Bluefield great field position for this 1st and 10. Bluefield with trips up top, 1 receiver down low, 1 back in the backfield. Bluefield handoff to number 32, and he is met 3 yards in the backfield. And you can tell number 32 is frustrated that he could not get any yards on that play.
ball carrier. Ball full of light. Second down.
Nate drops back to pass. Quick pass to number 85, and it is caught for a gain of about 10 yards. That's going to be 2 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, good route by Marcus Bromley there to get open.
So that's going to be 3rd and 2 for Bluefield. Bluefield showing trips to the field. Handoff to number 32, and that's a first down.
Yeah, good run by the freshman running back.
Bluefield showing the same formation. Handoff once again to number 32, and he's got a little bit of a hole. Drives forward for about 5 yards.
Yeah, and the freshman running back Marquavion Rosser, he's a big running back. He's hard to bring down. He's strong, so he's doing a great job in his debut here.
Bluefield showing the same look. Nate drops back to pass. He's going deep for number 85, and it is overthrown by about 5 yards. That's going to bring up a third and medium for Bluefield. Now he's looking for Marcus Bromley on that route. Just a little bit overthrown. Bluefield in a doubles look. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking deep. He's got Gage Chambers. And it is bobbled and incomplete at the goal line.
Almost intercepted there.
I was thrown into basically double coverage. That's going to bring up 4th down for Bluefield.
Yeah, it was giving his receiver a chance to come up and get that ball and fight for it, but unfortunately it came down incomplete.
And Bluefield is going for it on 4th down. 3 receivers to the field, 1 to the sideline. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking. He's got Gage Chambers, but it has popped out of his hands, and that is a turnover on downs. That is not what you need as Bluefield right now. So that's going to be 1st and 10 point from the 36-yard line. That's not what you really need as Bluefield right now, trailing by 8. Now let's see if this defense can continue its success getting these 3 and outs. Point showing a trips look to the field with the tight end in. Handoff to number 1, and he's got some room to run. Big hit by number 29. That was Eric Boyd on the hit, the redshirt freshman. He brought some heat on that hit, and I know number 1 is feeling that right now. That's going to bring up 2nd and 4 for Point. Point showing doubles.
Yeah, they're in that formation to run their RPOs again.
Handoff to number 1, and that is going to be a 1st down for Point. You know, that RPO can be really lethal, especially if somebody overcommits. So Point, that's 1st and 10 for Point, just shy of the 50-yard line. And Point staying in the trips look with that tight end in where they can still run RPO out of it. Hand off to number 1, and he's got a little bit of room, brought down after about 5 yards. You know, that hole is just opening up for number 1, but they're bringing in another running back, number 22 for Point, as number 1 checks out of the game for a breather.
Yeah, he's still probably a little shaken up from that hit from Eric.
Point in the doubles look again. Point drops back to pass. He's looking for the short route, and it gets his tight end, number 88, and that is a first down or close to it for Point. They're going to mark him a yard short. It's going to be 3rd and 1 for Point.
Great job by Kennison Moore to get on his horse there and shove him out of bounds a little bit short of the first down.
So a big 3rd down for Bluefield right now, trying to stop this Point offense. Point showing trips. Point RPO, and it is caught by number 20. Excuse me, number 22 for the first down.
Almost didn't come up with that when he bobbled it a little bit, but was able to grab a hold of it, and that was Jared Hodge on the quick tackle there.
Yeah, this has been a slow, methodical drive by the Point offense. Slowly picking away at the Bluefield defense. Point showing doubles with that tight end in again.
Yeah, every time they've been running this formation, it's been straight RPO, so probably what they're going to be running here.
Once again, handoff to the running back, brought down after a gain of about 4 yards.
28 Coke was the ball carrier. Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd down.
Point showing trips to the field right now, still with that tight end in up top. Handoff to number 28. He bounces it back again, but then gets brought down after a gain of 1 yard. You know, the Bluefield defensive line got instant pressure and blew that offensive lineman back, and the offensive lineman hit the running back and made him switch direction. That's a big 3rd down for Bluefield. Trips to the bottom of the field with the tight end up top and 1 back in the backfield.
Yeah, like you said, big 3rd down right here. Could make or break a field goal or even a touchdown.
Attempted like little out pass to the running back, and it is incomplete. That brings up 4th down for Point. And the offense is staying out there on 4th and 5. Point showing doubles. Motions the running back out. Drops back to pass, and there is a flag on the play. And it appears to be a false start on the offense, so that's going to back him up 5 yards. So now you got to wonder, is Point going to go for it again, or are they going to punt it away?
Yeah, quarterback's kind of fortunate that the whistle did blow right there because Leighton Fowler was right over him.
So that's going to back point up 5 yards, so it's going to be 4th and 10. So now you got to wonder, what is Point going to do in this situation? And here comes their punt unit. They're going to try to pin Bluefield back deep in their own territory, punting from Bluefield's 40-yard line. Number 3, Nehemiah Carter, back to receive. The punt almost blocked. And that punt takes a bounce to the 8-yard line of Bluefield. That is going to pin Bluefield back deep. And Bluefield's going to have to drive 92 yards down the field.
Yeah, great punt right there by Point. I know the punt return team was thinking that it was going to bounce back in the end zone, but the ball kind of, as it dropped, it kind of didn't roll too far. So,
with 1:37 left in the third quarter, this is still a ball game. Bluefield with trips to the field side, one receiver down low. Nate, handoff to number 32, and he is met instantly for no gain.
32 runs to the ball carrier.
Second and 10.
Okay, I'm playing second down.
It seems like today the run game has been off and on for Bluefield. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it isn't. Bluefield showing trips once again. Nate making some checks at the line. Nate drops back to pass, throws a quick hitch to number 84, and that is going to be a gain of about 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for Bluefield. It's a big 3rd down for Bluefield. They need to convert this. Bluefield showing trips to the field once again. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking. He's got time. He's looking for Gio Burns, and he's got it.
Great throw.
Great catch by Gio Burns on that play. That is a big 1st down, and he's brought out at the 50-yard line. You know, Gio Burns, he's been out for the last couple of weeks with an injury, and you can tell he is a great receiver. He's the leading receiver for Bluefield right now, even though he missed a couple of weeks. It is great to see him back for this final game.
Yeah, great job by Nate to see Gio working to get open there, and great throw. And that was an even better catch.
Hey, handoff to number 32, and he's met after about 2 yards and pushed back. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for Bluefield. There's a down point defensive lineman on the field. Looks like he was at the bottom of the pile and got landed on his leg weird.
Yeah, let's hope big number 99 is okay. It's going to take him a minute to get up.
You know, going back to that catch by Gio Burns, like I was saying, he's the number 1 leading receiver for Bluefield this year. And he missed a couple games due to injury. But we are all glad that he is back this week, being able to make those spectacular catches when Bluefield needs him. And that is the end of the third quarter So now we are in fourth quarter territory, down by 8 points. Looks like number 99 got off the field on his own power. That's always good to see.
Try 46 split night. We ran that. That was gonna work.
So Bluefield is going to have the ball start in the fourth quarter, 2nd and 8 from Point's 48-yard line. Looks like Bluefield is going their heavy set with 2 receivers to the field and 1 up top with 1 back in. Motioning Gio Burns. Handoff to number 32, and he is stuffed at the line once again.
Yeah, offensive line not even giving the rookie running back even a chance to even try to get a run off.
So that's going to be a 3rd and about 7.5 for Bluefield. Bluefield showing trips to the bottom of the field. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking. He's got a little bit of time. Hits the check route, number 32. And he's got a little bit of room to run, and that is going to be a first down for Bluefield.
Yeah, great job by Rosser right there to find some yards right there.
You know, great job by him for making something out of nothing. So that's going to be 1st and 10 Bluefield from Point's 39-yard line. Once again, showing trips to the top of the field. Nate handoff to number 32, and he gets about 3 yards on that carry. Bluefield showing doubles on 2nd and long. Nate drops back to pass, hits number 85, Gage Chambers, in stride, and he's got some room to run and is brought down at the 19-yard line. What a catch by Gage Chambers.
Yeah, good slant right there by Marcus Bromley to get open. I know Nate loves throwing that slant to him, so it was a great job right there.
Tunnel screen to Gage Chambers, and it is stopped after about a yard. That's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for Bluefield. Bluefield showing doubles once again. Gio Burns in the slot. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking, and it is through the hands of Rosser. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long for Bluefield.
Yeah, that was a tough miss right there. One that Bluefield wishes they can get back.
Bluefield lining up in trips this time to the sideline. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking at the solo receiver. He's got him open, and that is incomplete, almost caught. That was intended for number 85, Marcus Bromley. He had some room to start with, but that DB just closed the gap very quickly. And so on comes the field goal unit once again.
Yeah, tried to hit him on that goal line fade, trying to give him a chance there, but it's an unfortunate play right there for Bluefield. Riley Stubbs, knock on wood, 3 for 3. Let's hope that he can he can keep the streak going.
.34-yard kick. Kick is up, and it is no good.
That looked good for
But
my
there
angle.
is a flag on the play. There might be roughing the kicker. Riley Stubbs is limping just a little bit, so that could be possibly roughing the kicker.
Yeah, it looked pretty good from my angle, so.
The refs are discussing right now what the flag is. And so that's going to be a first down for Bluefield.
Yeah, it looks like they got roughing the kicker there, so. Can't hate on Riley Stubbs for that one. It wasn't his fault. So
Yeah, that is great. I mean, that gives Bluefield half the distance to the goal and an automatic first down to give the offense a little bit of life. So that's going to be first and goal from the 9-yard line for Bluefield.
yeah, I'm glad to see that Riley Stubbs is okay on that after that hit as well.
Bluefield showing trips to the field. The Gage Chambers solo on the numbers on the bottom of the field. Nate hands off to number 32, and he's got a little bit of room, but then popped right at the 6-yard line for a gain of about 3 to 4.
If you are the owner of the winning ticket, please make your way in front of the cheerleaders to claim your prize. The winning ticket is 459229.
So that's going to bring up second and goal for Bluefield from the 6-yard line.
229. Once again, 459229.
Bluefield in a doubles look with one back in the backfield. Nate rolls out of the pocket. He's looking for somebody. He gets hit out of bounds very hard at the 5-yard line, and Nate is not happy about that hit for a second.
Ball carrier.
All right, we're going to be on the 5-yard line. Third and goal. Right hash.
I don't know if he wasn't happy or if he was pumped up. I think a little bit of both.
Third down and goal.
So that's going to be third and goal from the 5-yard line for Bluefield. Makes you wonder what Coach Lusk is going to call for this play. Try to get into the end zone and not settle with another field goal. Bluefield in a trips to the field look with Gage Chambers solo on the bottom of the field. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking. It is caught by number 85, Marcus Bromley, for the touchdown. And that is going to give Bluefield down by 2 right now. And Bluefield looks like they're going to be going 4-2 to tie the game with 10 minutes and 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Insanely good throw by Nate. He just threaded the needle right in between two defenders. So that was a great throw. Good job by Bromley to watch the ball in and get the catch for the touchdown.
And Bluefield is going for 2 points right now to tie the game. Bluefield doubles look with one back in the backfield. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking for Gage Chambers, and it is off his fingertips, incomplete. So Bluefield is still down by 2 points with 10 minutes and 48 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. But it looks like Bluefield is slowly starting to come back.
Yeah, still have plenty of time in this game. No need to stress. Just defense needs to do their job, and offense needs to come out, make it happen again. I think they'll be just fine.
So Riley Stubbs kicking off for Bluefield. So it looks like that hit didn't really faze him much on that field goal try. Once again, you got number 22 and number 14, I believe, back for point. It beamed out of the back of the end zone by Riley Stubbs. That is in the white of the end zone. So that's going to put Point at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. And on comes the Bluefield defense once again. They've really stepped up in this 3rd and 4th quarter so far. Point coming out in a doubles look with that tight end once again. Bluefield loading the line. Pass number 3 to number 88 is complete and is pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 10 yards, but it looks like it's going to be short of the 1st down by about a half a yard. You know, the Bluefield defense has to watch out for number 88. He's kind of like the silent killer for the point defense right now, or for the point offense, excuse me. Point coming out in the same look. Coming out in their RPO look once again. On 2nd and inches. Point making some adjustments at the on the line of scrimmage. Hand off to number 22, and it's going to be a 1st down. It's going to be a gain of about 2.5 yards. Out to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, and that was enough to pick up the 1st down for Point.
Point coming out and trips to the field with the tight end on this side.
Yeah, and they're in their favorite formation for RPOs again. So
RPO intended for number 84, but it is overthrown. And there is a flag in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be a late hit on the quarterback, but it didn't seem that late to me. Looks like it might be on point. It might be a holding call instead of a roughing the passer call. So that's going to be a holding call for Point.
yeah, exactly what Bluefield needed right here in the 4th quarter.
It backs up Point even more to make it 1st and 20. And Point showing the doubles look once again with the tight end to the short side of the field. Point drops back to pass. He's looking, and it is underthrown, intended for number 84 once again. That is going to bring up a 2nd and long.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, they've been trying to get number 84 some catches over these last couple drives, but they haven't been connecting to him. Point coming out in a trips look with the tight end all by himself on the line of scrimmage up top. Hand off to number 28, and he's met but breaks a couple tackles and gets about 5 to 6 yards on that carry to bring up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, big 3rd down right here for Bluefield. They can get this stop, try and get themselves a score before the clock runs out.
So this is a big 3rd down for Bluefield right now. Point showing trips to the field side with the tight end up top with one back in the backfield. Timeout called by Point. Try to figure out what they're going to run on this play. And that is the first timeout of this half for Point. Well, Bluefield trails by 2 points right now with 8:36 left in the fourth quarter. Right now, it is a very close ball game. It is anybody's game right now. Bluefield can get a great stop and then drive down the field and score with very little time left and put Point in a very sticky situation. So Point coming out in the trips to the field once again, the same formation they were in, just with the tight end on the line of scrimmage this time.
Yeah, you got to watch that tight end.
Quarterback making some checks at the line. Bluefield showing some pressure. Pressure backs out. Point drops back to pass. He's looking. He's rolling out of the pocket. He's looking for number 84, and it is complete for the first down just by a yard.
Yeah, like you said, they was trying to get number 84 some catches, and looks like they was able to connect finally on that play. That's a big third down conversion for Point.
Point showing trips to the field once again. Same formation, just flipped the opposite way. Might be looking to run the same thing. Bluefield showing pressure. Point drops back to pass, and instant pressure gets back there, and he's looking deep, and that is caught at the 15-yard line by number 22. And they're calling him down at the 16-yard line. It's not what Bluefield needs right now.
Yeah, it looks like the safety and the cornerback was both on him, and had a little miscommunication, a little stop there.
The pressure almost got to the quarterback for Point. Point's coming back out once again in the doubles look with the tight end on the tight side of the field.
Yeah, probably looking RPO right here.
Hand off to number 28, and he gets about 4 yards on the carry. It's going to bring up a second and medium. Calling that a gain of 5 on the play, so it's going to be 2nd and 5 for Point. Point showing doubles once again. Point RPO and intended for number 15, but broke up by number 2. That was great coverage by Jalen Smith on that play. That's going to bring up 3rd and medium for Point. This is a big 3rd down for Bluefield, keeping them barely at, actually they're in the red zone, but it'd be as holding them from a touchdown if Bluefield can get a stop here. Point showing trips to the field.
Got another RPO right here, and he
Looking
throws it.
for number
Tries to hit him in the goal line fade, and that's,
looks for number 15 on the play, but great coverage by number 20 on that play to bring up a big 4th down. That was Stacy Wilson on the coverage, and that was a great coverage by him right there.
Well defended on the play by Bluefield's number 7, Stacy Wilson.
So that's going to bring up a 4th and medium for point, and they're bringing on their field goal unit. And it looks like Bluefield is only going to hold point to 3 points, which is great for Bluefield right now. The kick is up, and it is
it's no good.
no good. So Bluefield is only going to be down by 2 with 5 minutes and 55 seconds left in the game. This is a very winnable ball game for Bluefield right now.
Yeah, and that was just best case scenario for Bluefield. Definitely got an easy break on them there.
So that's going to be 1st and 10 for Bluefield from their 20-yard line.
Maybe try and run some clock down as they're driving down the field. So if they do score, not give point any much time at all to counter.
Bluefield comes out, trips to the field with Marcus Bromley up top by himself. Nate, handoff to number 32. He's met after a gain of about 2 yards on the play. Bluefield switching to doubles now. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking deep for Gio Burns, and it is overthrown by about 2 yards. It was a great ball by Nate, just a little bit overthrown. But Gio Burns got great separation on that play. Bluefield coming out in trips to the bottom of the field. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking for Gage Chambers. Gage Chambers complete for... It's close to the 1st down. They might call it a 1st down, depending on where the spot is, and they are calling it a 1st down.
Great diving catch for Gage to get the 1st down right there.
Bluefield huddling up to discuss the play. Bluefield showing doubles right now. Bluefield making some adjustments. Nate hands off to number 32 and runs into the wall.
Puts his head down and gets a couple extra yards right there.
Gets 6 yards on the carry. So that's going to be 2nd and 4 for Bluefield. Bluefield's coming out in trips to the field with Gage Chambers, the solo receiver on the bottom side of the field. Handoff to number 32 once again, but he is met at the line of scrimmage and forces forward for a yard. So that's going to bring up a third and about 2 yards for Bluefield. Bluefield in doubles. Handoff to number 32 once again. And that is a 1st down for Bluefield.
Yeah. Great job by Rosser there. He takes a hard hit, but he's able to stumble forward and pick up enough for the first down.
Only 3 minutes and 16 seconds left in this ball game. Bluefield's got plenty of time to do whatever they want to do. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking for the quick pass, number 85, and it is caught for a gain of 7 yards. That is Marcus Bromley on the catch. That is a great ball and a great catch. Number 32 comes out. Number 24 comes back in at running back. That's Raywan Trahan. Handoff to number 24, and he is stuffed about half a yard behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a third and about medium to short for Bluefield. Bluefield in a doubles look. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking for Gage Chambers, and Gage Chambers is looking for a flag because number 5 was holding on to his jersey during that pass attempt. That's going to bring up fourth down for Bluefield.
Yeah, got to go for it here. I mean, he ain't got no time.
With 2 minutes and 27 seconds left, you're wondering what Coach Luss is going to do, and he's calling a play. Bluefield doubles once again. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking. He's got a little bit of time. He scrambles up the pocket, and he is short of the first down by 3 yards. He's grabbed by his ankle. Very controversial decision.
Yeah, tough outing there for Bluefield. That might be the ball game. I mean, they still got three timeouts left, so that's going to help them out a lot, plus the 2-minute warning. But defense really going to step it up. You got to quit 3 and out.
So back on the field is the Bluefield defense and the point offense. Let's see how well the defense does to try to stop and get another 3 and out to give the offense a chance to score and win this game. Point showing their doubles look with their tight end. Handoff to number 1. He's stopped at the line of scrimmage. He's marked down after a gain of a yard. Timeout called by Bluefield to save the 2-minute warning. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the point offense. Let's see if this Bluefield defense can get a 3 and out and get the offense back on the field. Point showing trips to the field with the tight end on the line of scrimmage. Handoff to number 1, reverse to number 22, but it is stuffed out by number 42. Makes the initial hit, and he is brought down a yard, 2 yards back from the line of scrimmage. Timeout once again by Bluefield.
Yeah, that was code of counts on the attempt, and running back was able to get away from him, but thankfully the rest of the defense was on their horse to get to him.
Yeah, it was stuffed out very quickly by the Bluefield defense. Point trying to pull out all the stops to get the first down and try to end this game early for Bluefield. But now it is 3rd and 11 for Point. Point showing trips to the bottom of the field. Point motions the running back out. Sweep pass to the running back. And he's brought down at the 50-yard line. That is a loss of another yard for Point. That is another timeout for Bluefield. Or never mind, that's the 2-minute timeout for in the fourth quarter. So that's going to be 4th and long for Point. You got to think they're probably going to be punting it to try to pin Bluefield back to have to drive down with 2 minutes left and 1 timeout.
Yeah, awesome job by the defense right there. Was able to get a quick stop before the 2-minute warning, so 1 timeout left. Just have to get it within field goal range.
The defense really stepped up this drive, stopping Point on every play that they had. It looks like number 3 and number 0, or 9, excuse me, are going back deep for Bluefield. And punt team's on the field for Point, trying to pin Bluefield back deep. Punt almost blocked by number 12, Quincy Robinson. And the ball is going to bounce to the about 2-yard line, pinning Bluefield back very deep. They're going to have to drive 98 yards to score a touchdown. But with Bluefield being down by only 2 points, a field goal would solidify this game. So Bluefield has to get to about the 40-ish yard line, 35, 40-yard line to be able to kick a field goal and win this game. And on comes the offense, pinned back deep. 4 receivers stacked to the bottom of the field for Bluefield, 1 up high. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking for somebody. He's got number 11 out of the backfield, and he steps out at the 10-yard line to save the timeout. That's a first down for Bluefield, or as a 2nd and 2 for Bluefield, 2nd and 1. Giving Bluefield some breathing room to work with. She's coming out in the same formation once again. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking, and it is overthrown, intended for number 85 on that play, Marcus Bromley. Bluefield in the same formation. Quick pass to number 11 and through his hands. It's marked incomplete. That's going to be 4th and short for Bluefield. Now you got to go for it here. If you don't go for it here, it's basically game over. Bluefield coming out in the same formation. 4th and 1 for Bluefield. If they don't make this, this is the game. Quarterback keeper, and he is stuffed.
There is a flag on the play, though.
There is a flag down in the backfield, though. Appears might be a face mask. If it is a face mask, that is a first down for Bluefield, an additional 15 yards. That just saved Bluefield right there, and that is a big momentum shift for Bluefield with 1:29 left to go. Now they are out to the 25-yard line and have some more breathing room to do what they need to do. Nate, empty backfield, 3 receivers to the field. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking. He's got time. He's got number 80 over the center of the field to the 52-yard line and is brought down. It's the 48-yard line. They're running a play.
Great catch and effort by Kai Jordan right there. Great job to get open and a good ball.
He's
by
marked
Nate.
down at the 49-yard line. They're going hurry up. 3 receivers up top, 2 down bottom once again. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking. He's got number 85 open, and he's got some room to work with. Down at the 40-yard line. That is second and 1. There's a minute left. The clock is ticking.
Getting in the field goal range.
They're getting set up quickly. Nate drops back to pass. Quarterback keeper up the middle. There's a flag on the play. If this is a flag on the defense, it is an automatic first down for Bluefield. The flag is at the line of scrimmage. Could be false start, could be offsides, or could be illegal formation. We'll see what the refs have to say. That's a sideline warning for point. That is a first down for Bluefield. And Bluefield is in field goal range with 45 seconds left in this ball game. And Point calls a timeout to try to tape together the defense to try to stop this Bluefield offense. This has been a tight game so far, and with 45 seconds left, Bluefield only down by 2, and they are just about in field goal range. I mean, Riley Stubbs has a great leg where he can make it from where they're at, but they want to get a little bit more comfortable and a little closer to the field goal posts to make it an easier chip shot for Riley Stubbs. And Bluefield still has a timeout with 45 seconds left, so they got plenty of time to work with. Bluefield, empty backfield once again, showing trips to the field. Nate drops back to pass. He's looking. Pressure. And he gets out of bounds at the line of scrimmage, if not a yard ahead. 40 seconds left on the clock. They're marking it no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for Bluefield. Bluefield, empty backfield once again. Nate drops back to pass. He's got number 85 in the middle of the field, and that is a first down at the 21-yard line. Timeout Bluefield. At basically sealed the ball game, or no timeout. They're hurrying up to the line of scrimmage. This has basically sealed the game for Bluefield. It is now a chip shot. Quarterback keeper around the outside to give him a little bit more advantage on the field. Clock's ticking. Clock is ticking for Bluefield. Down to 10 seconds left. Nate centers the ball up on the field to make it an easier chip shot, and timeout for Bluefield, and on comes the field goal unit.
Come on, Riley.
This is the moment that Riley Stubbs has been waiting for all year, to kick a game-winning field goal. If we win, if Bluefield wins, Point does not go to the AAC championship. This has been a great job, this drive, by the Bluefield offense, by the offensive line, by the receivers, all doing what they need to do to drive down for this moment right now.
Yeah, what a way to send off the seniors. If Riley, which is a senior himself, can make this, be a great way to finish his career.
This is a 35-yard kick for Riley Stubbs. It should be a chip shot, but with the pressure of with only 5 seconds left in the game, who knows what could happen. Snaps good, kicks good, holds good, and it is good for the Bluefield win. Bluefield wins with no time left on the clock by 1 point. It's a great win. Great kick by Riley Stubbs, the senior. This is a great way for Bluefield to end off the season and to send the seniors off. That is a great way to end the year for Bluefield. It's a great job for Bluefield, a great game overall, and great on both sides of the ball.